Hello friends, welcome to my channel SushantChessWise. Today we are at the next topic, and that is breaking down of a complex position. We will see how a world champion goes about and tries to break down a very complicated position. White C right now has extra development that is easily visible, but what black has got, he has got better center control. See, the bishop on d5 is well placed, bishop f8 looks bad, but as soon as black will get knight c6, black will say that his position is absolutely fine. So see, there is barely time of a tempo within which white wants to react. So Botvinnik is white here. He realized that it's the appropriate moment not to give black chance to free his pieces. So he wants to make the move. See, rook c7. Many would say, what is there? Rook c7. But see, it's both masters. Botvinnik white, Portish black, strong grandmaster. So definitely he has seen that after rook c7 there is bishop c6. The bishop does two things. It blocks this rook's line, it attacks the queen, and then queen takes c7. The rook would be lost, right? This is the first impression. But when a master looks at move like rook c7, he will never leave the calculation at bishop c6. We can see after bishop c6 three pieces, rook c1 to c6, rook c7 to c6, and queen takes c6. All the three he will at least look at. See, even though when he will say queen c6 is blunder, so what? He will just have a look at it. And see, this is the kind of stuff that stronger players don't miss, and weaker players simply fail to calculate in that. So here what Botvinnik saw, nc6 he doesn't want to allow. So rook c7, he wants to penetrate this rook on the 7th rank. But the problem is that if we see further, rook c7, bishop c6, see, rook 1 c6 will only make sense because rook c7 is very strong. In that case, if knight c6, then rook takes b7. So 2 pawns for exchange, and plus see active pieces. This diagonal is much weak, and f7 is also weak. So that is what white is looking at. But black takes bc6. So let's play the moves till there. Rook c7, bishop c6, rook 1 c6, bc6. See, white was very keen at this position, and he wanted to inspect further that he is not missing anything, right? This is what a stronger player would do. Just not a world champion. See, I think master will also try to look at this, and he will try to figure out what's happening here. So white finds a very nice move here. See, rook takes f7. Why rook takes f7? If rook is not taken, then see, as it is, white has grabbed 2 pawns for the exchange. Rook is active, queen is eyeing this diagonal, bishop can be opened, knight goes to g5, and that is a very good compensation as it is. In fact, it's a winning position. We will come to that soon. But what happens to king f7? There are so many lines to see. This is the place where, see, a master or a very strong master, I would say, would never hesitate to see, thinking that, oh, my time would be lost if nothing happens, all this doesn't work, then all the time spent on rook c7 is waste. This is what all the weaker players do. They see something, then they find it very complicated, so either they cannot calculate further, or they are not willing to spend that much time and energy both. So here, see, Botvinnik saw that after rook takes f7, king takes f7, there is the very strong, see, q c4 check. And one by one, see, we will try to look at all the lines here. Firstly, q d5, most obvious, right? But after knight g5 check, queen is simply lost. White is winning. Second, rook e6, rook blocks, but then here also knight g5 check. Almost all the lines lead to mate here. For example, kf6, queen e6 mate. kg6 allows queen e6 check, queen f6, bishop e4 check, kh5 forced, queen h3 checkmate. Thus only other chance is k e8. K g8 is also, you can see here, queen e6 check, k h8, knight f7, then knight h6 followed by q g8. Similar line we will see later. And after k e8, k e7 is instant mate, queen e6, queen e6 check. Here also nothing helps black. If bishop e7, then see, q g8 check. Point is bf8, then q f7 mates. King has to come to d7, and now see the condition. Both bishops are actually very strong. bh3 check, k c7, and knight e6, queen is lost. The position starting from rook f7 can be definitely used as a calculation exercise. Those who want to make it all force variations should practice rook f7, kf7 position and try to work out all the lines and figure out the details. That will help in improving one's ability to calculate. So queen e7 is the only other choice. Here see either direct bishop c6 or the move qc8, which is even stronger. And now see qd8, and now you can see bishop c6. This is even more dangerous. The point being, now see knight c6 is forced. Ke7 allows queen e6 mate. Knight c6, qc6, again the same idea. King e7 allows queen e6 mate. So after qd7, queen takes 8. Just the rook is lost for free and white is piece of winning. So some fascinating lines here, but many would say rook e6 is anyway bad. It means after now queen c4 check, we have only the main move kg6, because ke7 and kf6 both are met by bg5 check. So comes kg6 and now see qg4 check, forcing the king back to f7, and this time again see same idea, knight g5 check, forcing kg8, and now the queen returns back to that diagonal, the line which we previously discussed, comes back, king h8, knight f7, kg8, knight h6, king h8, this time queen g8 directly mates. If bishop would not be there, then also it would be the smothered mate, qg8, rook g8, and f7 checkmate. So these are some of the patterns which are happening. Many would say, see, these are very easy for a stronger player. But the point is how he is reaching till there, how he is getting the move rook f7, how he is not stopping his calculation after rook c7, bishop c6. These are the key points which we learn from master games. Mainly this combination stems from a very high understanding of position, we can say, because white doesn't want black to complete his development and realizes that his position after see rook c7, bishop c6, rook c6 bc, this one should be winning for him. From that understanding this combination actually stems. So rook f7, and here black realized, of course black can calculate this much being a master. Black played h6, making space for the king on h7, also stopping the move knight g5 and bg5 in some lines. So now white first moves the rook away to b7. The queen is now threatening to come to c4, which you can see that it's almost going to happen by force. Black goes qc8. I initially thought that black wanted after qc4 check to go with the move queen e6, which I thought this must be black's idea, and then knight e5, queen takes c4, knight c4, and this variation I thought that okay, white is clearly better and maybe he's doing great. But later on when I analyzed this position little bit, I realized that look at black's position, everything is standard. For the exchange already see material is too much, 7 versus 4 pawns. So 3 pawns for exchange. After some time c6 or a5, one of them would be lost. So this position is in fact like a slow death position for black. Unless white blunders, some outright blunder happens, it is going to be a huge torture. So black absolutely didn't go for this line. There would be a possibility that when he played queen c8, maybe he would have considered playing queen e6. So after qc4 check, black decided to go king h8, and now as it happens, once the position has started spiraling downwards, white is never allowing any chance. See, the weakness of g6 is alarming, and white finds another strong move, knight h4. The rook is just given up. Now the point is there is nothing much black can do. So black played qb7. Anyway there is no defense to ng6. So he went qb7, knight g6 check, king h8, and now the very strong bishop e4. The king is caught in a mating net. There are multiple and different threats. See, one is the simplest, knight f8 check. There is also the threat of knight e5, which is also equally dangerous. It's time to resign actually, but it looks a bit awkward. See, rook and an exchange up. So black tries to play a bit more. Black goes bd6. Still knight takes e5. And now we realize that after the move kh8, there is nf7 check, kg8, just nd6 check, taking the queen. Do note that smothered mate cannot happen here. The semi-smothered mate after knight h6, kh8, many people feel qg8, rg8 and f7 mates, but the queen guard is f7. These are the things we should be careful about. That's the reason white should just play nd6 and take the queen. So black played g6. Now comes bishop g6 check, kg7 and yet another blow, bishop h6 check. Which see 4 attackers and no defender. It was bound to happen. Black resigns because after c, king h6, qh4, kg7, qh7, kf6, first ng4 check, ke6 and qb7. 2 rooks for queen, but see so many pawns are extra, and to point out one variation I would show that almost to any move like nd7 there is the move qb3 check which decides matters very soon. Now see, only move ke7 and queen f7 followed by queen takes e8 as well. So a great attacking game by Botvinnik we would say, but based on strong fundamentals, positional feel was great. I hope you would also enjoy the lesson as much as I did. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.